Okay, so for this activity, you're going to provide your students with a blank map of the Great Lakes area, which they should fill in all of the labels for the surrounding states, not including Canada, and all of the lakes. So we have Michigan, and you're only going to want to concentrate on the lower peninsula of Michigan for this relative location activity, as it can sometimes get confusing when you include both the upper peninsula and the lower peninsula. Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. We're not going to pay attention to Iowa or Minnesota in this either. So next thing are the Great Lakes. So we already have lines on each one of these. So first up is Lake Superior. And it's really up to you if you include a map for your kids to reference while they're filling this out. Just depends on where they're at with their geography. Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. Run off a bit of the page there. Make sure you include a compass rose for your kids to reference so that they'll know which way is north, which way is south, east, and west. We're really focusing on where all the states are in relation to each of the Great Lakes. So it might help to shade in the lakes because they can get kind of hard to see. So after the kids are done filling out their maps, what you're going to want to do is model for them what this activity is about. So basically, they're going to be writing relative location statements, and they're going to take each of the Great Lakes and say where each of these states are located around them. I didn't include Illinois and New York on my sample worksheet here just for time purposes. So what you want to do is so number one is, and I know you can't see it very well, is Michigan is blank of Lake Michigan. So what you'll show them is that if we're doing relative location in terms of where things are in Lake Michigan or from Lake Michigan, you're going to want to put a little compass rose right here to help you out. And they can do it in pencil so that it's easy to erase in case they get a little bit confused. So first is Michigan is blank of Lake Michigan. So northeast. So Michigan is east of Lake Michigan. So Michigan is east. Next up we have Ohio is blank of Lake Michigan. So Ohio. So this looks like Ohio is definitely going to be south and maybe a little bit east. So southeast. And they can abbreviate, or you can abbreviate. Next is Indiana. So we'll find Indiana. Where's our compass rose? Looks like that's totally south of Lake Michigan. And then Wisconsin, again, we're going to refer to our compass rose that we've drawn, northeast, south, west, so west of Lake Michigan. And then Pennsylvania is all the way over here, so it's east, but it's also a little bit south, so we'll again say southeast. And it's really up to you if you want to get into things like south, southeast, or southeast, east. It just really depends on your classroom, but this is a great activity that the kids can use for independent practice.